Hey guys, hope you're doing well. Want to start this video off by saying thank you to Mysterio and a shot of whiskey for being recent subs. It means a lot to me. I typically use this channel as like a family and friends thing to watch my tennis, but now that I'm kind of expanding a little bit, it's good to have you guys on board. So I want to talk about mission-based mindset and why that's effective and why it's important, especially as a man, to have a mission-based mindset to carry you through whatever challenge you're going through. So from my experience, especially with tennis, my mission started when I wanted to make varsity in my freshman year, and I didn't make the cut initially, and that really crushed me because it was a goal that I had set, and of course, high school athletics, you want to be on varsity. It's the prestige, air quotes prestige of it, but I really didn't really figure out my potential until I harnessed a mission, and my mission was to make varsity. And so it really consumed me. That's the only thing I thought about, multiple hours a day. I started hitting the gym. Started really practicing more with my private coach to make the cut because I did get in the game late at 13 years old, which fairly late to get in the game, but. I was able to make varsity eventually, and then played doubles, and then eventually played singles. My senior year, won the Mid-State League title for second singles. But throughout that whole experience, I had this mindset of I have to achieve this. It was something that was the center of my mind, so that no other distraction, no matter how poorly I was doing mentally or my insecurities or whatever it was, at the end of the day, it always came back to that mission. It's like, is this improving my tennis or is this hurting me? And I really started to transform my life over the course of a couple of years by focusing on that mission and going back to the drawing board and failing and coming back and playing tournaments and maybe winning the section of my draw and getting really excited about that and overcoming a lot of that insecurity. And especially for me, for being introverted, a lot of it comes from how you look at other people and how they are progressing, and you think that, wow, this person's getting all this attention, they're so popular, they must have it all figured out, and I'm just a loser, doesn't know what the heck's going on. And when it comes down to it, when you really want something and you're harnessed and you're laser focused on that, the truth comes out because you are going to suffer. I mean, you are going to suffer physically, you're going to suffer mentally, emotionally, spiritually. It is going to tax you to the point where either you quit and walk away or you keep grinding and keep going forward. And I'm just one of the rare people that have decided to keep going and keep grinding and going forward. And it's paid dividends to me throughout my life. Really helped set the stage for me going in the military as well, as having an inferiority complex, and then going in and gaining that confidence I needed to be a leader and really transform how I thought about myself and how I think about myself. So the mission takes precedence over everything, but you've got to figure out what it is. If you're kind of lost in the woods and you don't really know where to go, set a small goal of what you're working towards. So for me, from a tennis context, it was to make varsity, and now it's to get to USTA 4-5, and I'm very close to that goal. And I've laser focused on it. I've been in the gym, hitting PRs on all my physical fitness skills that I've been developing. It's really exciting. And I know I have a long way to go, and I'm staying humble, but the mission continues. And sure, yeah, I deal with, depression and anxiety and things of things that come up, and constantly questioning myself and self-deprecation and stuff. And I use that as fuel because I know it's just harkening back to my comparison to individuals I thought were better than I was. And when it comes down to competition, very few people are willing to stay in the grind. And a lot of people have talent and they go through and it's like, hey, I'm really good at this sport, I'm really good at football, I'm really good at basketball, but they don't train. This perfect example is of someone who's the opposite of that is Kobe Bryant. He was arguably one of the best players that ever played the game, and he was constantly working. And athletically, talent-wise, top, 1% of humans who ever lived. Probably Kobe Bryant has the monopoly on that talent. But he was his work ethic was there, and he had a mission. So whatever your goal happens to be, I'm a big advocate of journaling that mission and charting your progress, and realizing there's going to be setbacks and there's going to be times where you feel down yourself, and you question yourself, and why am I doing this, and is it even worth the effort, because nobody's going to care. At the end of the day, you have to care. And if you care about something and you're moving towards it, then it doesn't really matter who else on the outside will look at that, and either they're going to support you or they're going to try to tear you down because they're envious of the fact that you stuck to a goal and kept moving forward. Because a lot of people just give up and they quit, and those are the real losers in life, unfortunately. That's just how it is. So stay competitive and stay driven to whatever your mission is. And all this extra crap of baggage, emotional baggage, and I'm not good enough, and whatever stuff that comes into your mind, that all go by the wayside when you're really dedicated to something. Just moving forward, probably have a little bit more long form type videos. If you guys are interested in that, let me know. I know some people don't have the time to invest in a 10 and 15-minute video. I get that, but I like to kind of harness my mindset as well with the tennis, some of my tennis match play videos, because the two worlds are really linked, and this is my mission that I'm working on, and it's a big part of it. I'm kind of exploring all of this masculinity and this the mindset and the grind, especially as a coach and as a player through tennis. So I take it pretty seriously. I'm also enjoying myself, so it's not all doom and gloom. But yeah, it's a little bit of suffering, especially for being in the gym and pushing myself physically and all that. It's tough. I'm going to start getting into some tournaments here soon, so to really mess with my mindset and see where I go. So, but yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. More to come in the future, and I will talk to you later.